The history of Call of Duty. Call of Duty. The first Call of Duty game was made in 2003 by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The first-person shooter had a story very similar to the Medal of Honor series, based in World War II, but represented three perspectives, which puts Call of Duty as the first to do that. They had perspectives from the U.S. Army, British forces, and Soviets. The game was mainly known for its advanced AI that would play on the side of the player. The game is mainly based around infantry and combined arms units of the military. This game made $29 million in revenue total before the game lost popularity. Call of Duty United Offensive. This game was made in 2004 and is an expansion pack of Call of Duty. It's considered its own game now. It was developed by Grey Matter Interactive. It's one of the first FPS games to have drivable jeeps and tanks. This FPS game was Call of Duty Finest Hour. This FPS game was made by Spark Unlimited and was released for the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, making this the first console Call of Duty. Shows perspectives from the Allied powers, British, American, and Soviet. There are 6 missions with real events. The game is most well known for its historical missions like the Battle of Stalingrad, raids of Matmata, and the capture of Aachen. This game collected $45 million in revenue. Call of Duty 2, a game made by Infinity Ward and published by Konami and Activision. This game is based in World War II, and you get to play as 1 Soviet soldier, 1 American soldier, and 2 British soldiers. There's 27 missions, and is most well known for implementing a regenerative health bar and a live grenade indicator. This game made roughly over $235 million in revenue. Call of Duty Big Red 1. The first Call of Duty game to be developed by Treyarch. This is a spin-off of Call of Duty 2, except only from the perspective of the 1st Infantry Division of the U.S. Army. The game covers events like the North African Campaign, invasion of Sicily, landing on Omaha Beach, and the crossing of the Siegfried Line into Germany. Call of Duty 3. This game, made in 2006 by Treyarch, is based in World War II. You get to play as the U.S. Army, British SAS, Canadian Army, French military, and the Polish. You participate in the Normandy breakout. The game was well known for its Flower storyline. The multiplayer is huge, allowing up to 24 players per lobby, and was a huge success for Call of Duty. Treyarch made $320 million. Call of Duty Roads for Victory. Made by Amaze Entertainment, about World War II, featuring American, British, and Canadian, made $84 million as it was a lesser-known game. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Made by Infinity Ward as the first Call of Duty to be set in a modern day, a game based on the Civil War of Russia. You play in the perspective of the US and British. Some people loved the game, but got critical hate for a few innovations from FPS at the time. Made $716 million in 2007. Call of Duty World at War. A game made by Treyarch, a game based in World War II from perspectives from Imperial Japan, Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, and the United States. You get to play as 2 people through the game, Marine Private C. Miller of the U.S. military, and Dmitry Petrenko, a Soviet infantry and sniper. This was the first Call of Duty game to include a third-party game mode known as Nazi Zombies. Personally, at Dark History, this game gets the historical badge of approval, and we recommend this game greatly. It's great fun playing as the Soviets, but back to the game. The company made $628 million and is connected to Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts, so don't expect to see it on this list. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. A game made by Infinity Ward in 2009 follows Task Force 141 as you play as Captain Soap McTavish of the U.S. Army and present day. The main antagonist, Vladimir Makarov, is a super terrorist in Russia that you're trying to take down. The game gained the name by many gamers as the best FPS game out there. Many people have tones of controversy in the terrorist attacks against the highly populated airport. This game earned a whopping $180 million in revenue and is connected to the Wii's Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex. Don't expect to see it on a slide. Call of Duty mobile games. Trust me, there are a lot more than you think. I'm just gonna list them because there's no description of the following. Just let me pause that. I'm just going to list them because there is no description of the following. Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3. Black Ops Zombies 1, Call of Duty Strike Team, Call of Duty Heroes, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Demo, and Black Ops Mobile. I can't say I really recommend any, as the controls can be hard and the game's graphics aren't always the best. Call of Duty Classic. Somewhat a remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but on console with HD graphics for $15. Game made $40 million in revenue. Call of Duty Black Ops. A game made by Treyarch based in the 60s during the Cold War. You play as CIA agent Alex Mason, who struggles to remember the location of a number station. His head was filled with numbers and memory was basically destroyed by Soviet-Cuban scientists. You play as Mason and Jason Hudson, and Viktor Reznov for the one Soviet mission in the game. The game stretched through Cuba, Russia, United States, Kazakhstan, Hong Kong, Laos, and Vietnam. This game invented the online currency known as COD points, which you would earn while playing your ranking and get abilities toward upgrading weapons or simply putting it into a wager match. This game made a whopping $1.22 billion in 2010 and gets placed as the second highest revenue of a Call of Duty game. Also has a Nintendo DS version of the game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This game was made by Infinity Ward in 2011 and is the first game Sledgehammer got to work on. They got help from Raven Software. This is the continuation of Modern Warfare 2, as your main antagonist is still Vladimir Makarov. You continue playing as Task Force 141 and are teamed with Captain Price, Salt McTavish, and Yuri, including Delta and Special Air Force. This game made $1.228 billion, placing it as the highest revenued Call of Duty game. There was a DS version called Call of Duty Modern Warfare Defiance. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This game was crafted in 2012 by Treyarch. This was the first Call of Duty so far that you have been able to create a class in the campaign, and has a player-chosen branching storyline. The story's antagonist, Raul Menendez, is a terrorist growing in population, fast, developing a weapon he called Cordis. The game has a great multiplayer and fun but challenging zombies mode with several different maps and characters. This game made $1.176 billion, placing it in the third place for revenue. As a sequel, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Practically the same game with different devices. Call of Duty Online. This game was made by Activision Shanghai and Raven Software. This game is exclusive to China and plans to expand in the future, even though people have been able to play it outside of China. A few channels you can find gameplay of this game are Merc Music and Tranium. Has the same story as COD 4 and has tons of various and creative game modes. They have Cyborg Zombies, Survival modes, Crazy Dark Room, Machine Battlefield, and Death Ray. This game was made in 2013, but has great graphics and the game is loved wherever it is playable. Call of Duty Ghosts. This 2013 game was made by Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Neversoft, and Certain Affinity. The game is praised and has several memes about it. The game is set in a 2027. You become a member of the Ghost after an extreme incident with the Odin space station and take part in military. You become one of the Ghosts. In the end, we were left in a Cliffhanger when the main antagonist Rourke drags you away. Ghost was most known for how Rourke was invincible, the Eminem song, Advanced AI, Dog Warfare, and its brand new mode known as Extinction, an alien killing game mode but with sometimes challenging objectives. The game has gained heavy criticism by the public and was labeled the worst of Call of Duty. People like Mark Music have numerous videos towards the game's meme. Many people love how much Rourke can take and still not die. He was dropped into a high-speed flood with debris flying high speeds toward him. He survived a fire extinguisher to the skull, stabs to the stomach, several explosives, several bullets. This game made $1.08 billion. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This 2014 game was the first game Sledgehammer worked on alone in the Call of Duty series. Sledgehammer Games was planning to make a Vietnam game, but completely scrapped the idea and went on to make the first futuristic Call of Duty with the exosuit, which was used for advanced movement. The game implemented double jump, laser weapons, exo zombies, pay to win, supply drops, and exo survival. The game's main antagonist is owner and leader of the Atlas Corp, and is named John Irons, played by Kevin Spacey. The game is based somewhere in 2050 and 2060. You play as a middle-aged man named Jack Mitchell. The game was praised by critics for the graphic change from Ghost to Advanced Warfare. The game pulled in $840 million in revenue. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This game, made in 2015 by Treyarch, is based in 2065, and a world where global warming and technical advances take over. The character you play as player, as there was no name revealed. You receive cybernetic enhancements after a failed mission. The first mission is blunt. You fight in airbase. At the end, you get your arms and legs broken brutally and bloody by a robot. The game was a zombies mode and a mode called Nightmares. Nightmares is the campaign, but with zombies instead of enemies. Most people disliked the campaign because it had no fan-favorite Call of Duties, only one reference to Black Ops 2, in which was when you're with your allies, they claim that they borrowed weapons from Raul Menendez. It had a hard-to-follow storyline and a confusing plot. And this game had purchasable COD points, which you would use for purchasing pay-to-win systems of supply drops. This game had an advanced movement system allowing double jump while running and slide to replace the popular dolphin dive. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. On to the disgrace of Call of Duty. This 2016 game was made by Infinity Ward. This game is based around a battle for the solar system. Your main antagonist is the Settlement Defense Front and a man named Salen Koch. You play as commander and pilot Nick Reyes. You have a plane for many missions called the Jackal that you can fly in space. The trailer was the second most disliked video on YouTube because everyone craved a boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty. The game came with a remastered version of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare with HD graphics and supply drops. Zombies in Infinite Warfare was met with mixed opinions, and the game had the same movement system as Black Ops 3. The game pulled in an estimate around $1 billion. Literally the same as Call of Duty 4 with supply drops. HD quality. You have to buy Infinite Warfare to get the game, and it made it multi-console. Call of Duty World War II. The game was made many people happy in 2017 as it was boots on the ground, made by Sledgehammer. You're set in Europe in World War II as the 1st Infantry Division. You play as Ronald Red Daniels. The game had a zombies mode, a good campaign, and a decent multiplayer. The game's in-story mode didn't have a prime regeneration factor, and you would have to pick up or request health packs to help past critical. You're put in scenarios that no COD game has given, like saving people as a quick time event, having to request ammo, meds, and sight by your teammates. The Dolphin Dive was re-implemented into the game, and they removed the unlimited sprint for authenticity.